Hi everyone and welcome. I thought I'd pop on quickly and show you some lovely new catalogue products that are coming. Specifically, we're going to look at the new in colours, and I'm going to do some comparisons with some of the current colours that we have. But firstly, just let me check that my technology is working. I did test it, and I'm hoping that the test was successful. So just bear with me for a minute. I hope you're all well and having a great day. So you might just hear a bit of an echo while I test the sound. We've got a gorgeous sunny day here today. So I hope you've got some nice weather where you are. Yes. Okay, my sound is working fine, so I hope you can hear me all right where you are. All right, so before we get started, so this is the lovely new annual catalogue that starts on the 6th of May. So if you live in Australia and you've asked me for a copy of this, you'll probably get it towards the end of this month. And before we get into the new in colours, I just want to remind you the ones that are finishing, the catalogues that are finishing, and the dates that they're finishing. So this is the mini catalogue that we've had since January. So it is finishing at the end. The 5th of May is, if you have one of these catalogues, if you look on the back of any catalogue that you have, really small print down here, it will actually give you the dates that it's finishing. So that one finishes on the 5th of May. This current annual catalogue that is finishing, it will finish on the same date. So the new catalogue starts on the 6th and this one finishes the day before on the 5th. Once again, on the back are the dates. However, they did make a mistake when they printed this one. They said it finished on the 30th of April, but it will go until the 5th of May. Alrighty. So and there's lots of online products that aren't in these any of our catalogues as well. So to see what products will be leaving us, because even though these catalogues are finished, there will be some products that will get carried over, whether it be online or in the new catalogue. So you need to go to my online shop and you need to look for last chance products. It's listed under the specials category. I think it's listed under there, but there is also a big banner on the home page of the online shop that says last chance products, and anything on that list will be retiring. The products will be available until they are sold out. So they no longer have a date when the last chance products are gone. But some things have already sold out. So if there's something that you love and you see that it's on the last chance list, grab it while you can. Some of the discounts are enormous. There's, I think, up to 60% off some things. So have a look at all of that. But now I'm going to go through with you the beautiful new in colours. So at this stage, there are always five in colours, but at this stage I only have 4 of them. So let's go through those ones first. We have Strawberry Slush, which if you've been purchasing Stampin' Up products for a number of years, you may actually remember that one. It was a previous in colour, probably around 2014, 2015, I think. So I have stamped them all here. So this is Strawberry Slush here. Then we have Timid Tiger, Secret Sea, and Darling Duckling. So I'm not sure if I can zoom in and then zoom back out. Hopefully I can. Yes, I can. So there's a bit of a closer look at how they have all stamped. Beautifully true to their colourings there. But we're going to have a look at the cardstock because that gives a better comparison with some of our current colours. Because if you're thinking like I did, I bet you're thinking that's black. I can tell you it's definitely not, and you'll see that in a minute. But it's a beautiful, rich, deep colour. So let's start with Strawberry Slush first. So this was a favourite. I'm going to zoom out again now, sorry. This was a favourite of mine when it was in last time. So I'm looking forward to using that again. Now, I've got some other cardstock colours here. So let's have a look at how it compares with, this is Flirty Flamingo. So you can see it's a really good coordinating colour there, a really good match for Flirty Flamingo. So it'll be fun to use with that one. Then we have Melon Mumbo. Okay, so it's Melon Mumbo is much pinker and brighter, a bit more of a bluey base in the Melon Mumbo, I think. And then we have Berry Burst, so completely different colour to Berry Burst. This is a real purpley pink. So there's all of those ones there against new Strawberry Slush. All right, on to the next. So the next colour is the one that I said I don't have yet, and it's called Cloud Cover. So it's against the glass mat there. It's actually quite hard to see, isn't it? But it's a beautiful pale blue, a grey blue, but it's quite pale. And here we have it against Smoky Slate. So you can see it's a definite blue against the Smoky Slate there. And then we have Balmy Blue. So you can see how much grayer it is than the Balmy Blue. So that's those three comparisons there with Cloud Cover. So that'll be a lovely colour to use as well. Next we've got Darling Duckling. Beautiful bright yellow. And here it is against Lemon Lolly. So as you can see, much brighter and darker than Lemon Lolly. And then we have Daffodil Delight. Okay, so a different yellow again compared to Daffodil Delight. To me, Darling Duckling looks more like a, you know, that highlighty colour yellow. It's sort of a green, almost a greeny yellow, very, very slightly. Well, you can see that when you compare it to the Daffodil Delight, you can see the difference in that there. But I just thought I would pull out Crushed Curry. It is absolutely nothing like Crushed Curry, but just so you can see how all of those colours compare together and what it might work nicely with. So I think Darling Duckling and Lemon Lolly would work really nice together. And I actually think it's going to be a really nice gold alternative for us to use when you're looking for a goldy colour, whether it's in the stamp or in the cardstock. I think it'll be really useful for that. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, next one is Timid Tiger. So I'm not a big orange fan, so it was really interesting to compare this one to some of our other orangey kind of colours. Now here it is with Pumpkin Pie. You can see Pumpkin Pie is much darker, and Pumpkin Pie has more, to me, more of a yellowy base. Okay, against Pumpkin Pie, this Timid Tiger almost looks like it's got a little bit of a pinky base, but it pairs really, really nicely with Peach Pie. So Peach Pie is one of last year's in colours. So those two will work really nicely together. And I thought I would also compare it to Calypso Coral. So you'll see that Calypso Coral has a much more pinky base than the Timid Tiger. And I think that's all the oranges. Yeah, that's all the oranges I had to compare there. Okay, and the last, and I think the most fascinating of all the new in colours is that really dark Secret Sea colour. So there it is there, looking very black, but the first colour I'm going to get out is black, just to show you how completely different it is. Look at that. Completely. It looks like a really dark grey there, but it's actually a real bluey grey. So there it is against black. And if we have a look at basic grey, you can see there as well how it compares. So it actually works really nice with basic grey, I think. And here we have Misty Moonlight. So again, much darker than Misty Moonlight, but I think those two colours probably work the best together. So they look really nice together in the flesh. And here it is against Night of Navy. So much more blue in the Night of Navy. So you can see how this is a more grey blue. So there you go. All interesting comparisons there. And I'm really looking forward to using those new in colours. And while I have received some of the new products from the new catalogue. I'm actually not going to show you everything I pre-ordered because it's lovely to have some surprises. But one thing I did want to show you was the in colour gems. They're actually called flat pearls. So they're not very high. That's why they've called them flat pearls, but they are super glossy. And I don't think you can pick up on camera, but they have a bit of an iridescent finish to them. So they're really, really pretty in all the new colours there. All right, so that is all I wanted to pop on and just quickly show you today. So don't forget last chance products. Get things while you see them before they disappear. Don't forget to ask me for one of these beautiful new catalogues if you live in Australia and if you haven't already asked me, and I will send one out to you. If you already have a demonstrator that is supporting you, then please ask them for a catalogue. But if you don't, then by all means, ask me for one. So if you've got any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help you in whatever way I can. So have a lovely rest of the day and I will chat soon. Bye for now.